Okay guys, it's time for another one of these Habs news update thingy-majiggys. And in today's Jiggy, we've got some injury news to talk about. We're going to take a look at some great comments that were made by Marty St Louis. Well, I'll talk about how high Whiteman can jump. And much, much more. But first, we got some roster movement to talk about as the Arse Pocket Rocket has officially been sent down to Laval. That kinda sucks. I mean, we had one simple request for this guy to match the production of the Richards of the past. But it didn't quite happen that way. Now, Richard will play 7 games with the Habs, putting up 2 points. And as he makes his way to Laval, the Habs have actually caught up another Rocket player in Jesse Ylonen. Yes, the time has come. 23-year-old Ylonen is the second-round pick of the Canadiens back in 2018. He's got 27 points in 34 games so far this season with Laval. So let's see if he can make the most of his opportunity. Now, one last thing on the Rocket. It's also worth pointing out that Anthony Richard and Justin Barron, that's right, Justin Baru, are going to be representing the Rocket at the upcoming 2023 AHL All-Star Game. Good job, fellas. Moving on now, tonight is PK Subban night at the Bell Center. They're gonna be honoring this guy before the game, and it's also pretty fitting because the Canadiens are hosting Nashville tonight. That was actually my idea. I suggested that.
A hockey junkie?
But anyway, it's a smart move by the Canadiens organization because it gives fans something to cheer about. They gotta get their money's worth because you know how the Habs have been playing. I mean, the standings speak for themselves. And while we're kicking the tires on that subject, you know, the Habs' crappy play lately, head coach Marty St Louis made some pretty interesting comments after the game, and God, I loved it. He would say, quote, "A young hockey team is like a puppy. You know, he's gonna pee on the carpet occasionally, but that doesn't mean that you don't love him. It's about teaching him the right habits." And he's right. You know what? I'm just gonna throw this one out there, but maybe St. Louis should start using the milk bone system with these guys. Have a box of bones behind the bench and begin rewarding players for good play. Can you imagine the effort level that he would get out of some of his players, like say Michael Pizzetta, after knowing that there's a milk bone on the line? Anyway, enough about that. Now moving on to the injury updates. There was a photo circulating around on Twitter yesterday of Mike Matheson and Jake Allen, and guess what? They were on the ice skating around. It almost seems like these two lads are getting close to a return, but as for Brendan Gallagher, who was originally going to be out for just 2 weeks, well, things got worse because the Canadiens have now confirmed that he's going to be missing for a minimum of 6 weeks. I don't know, guys. Doesn't sound good to me at all. Now look, I'm a big fan of Brendan Gallagher. I've been following this guy since he broke into the NHL. He's got the heart of a lion. He's as rough as sandpaper. And I wish every player on the Montreal Canadiens could have that kind of heart. But in saying all that, listen, things are not looking too good right now for Gallagher and his future with the Canadiens. The guy's just really injury prone. His contract is definitely nothing to be proud about. And I don't know, as much as I want to see this guy return and go back to his old self, I just don't see it happening anymore. But anyway, guys, that does it for this Habs news update. I hope you all enjoyed. If you didn't, I hope somebody puts a fox turd in your toaster. Don't forget to kick the like button in the stones on the way out of here. And hey, I'll see you next time.